Hello my dear friends, so welcome back. Welcome to your channel Cooking Astrology. First of all, I would like to thank all of you for subscribing my channel and liking my videos. Thanks a lot. So today in this video, let's try to understand the fifth house of your D-9 chart in Vedic Astrology. What is the importance of fifth house of your Navamsa chart? And what are the kind of important significance and characteristics that are governed by the fifth house? Let's try to understand in this video. See, fifth house, it is one of the most important houses, whether in the D1 chart or even in the D9 chart in Vedic Astrology. Because it is the house of your children, the kind of upbringing which you are going to receive in your life, that thing is seen from your fifth house. But that thing is connected with the fifth house of your D1 chart. In the D9 chart, fifth house, it is the house of your skills as well. Like suppose I'm a YouTuber, so like communication and video shooting and all such kind of things. So this is my skill set. Suppose you are an engineer, so you are having very strong technical background, that is your skill. Or like you are in some IT professional, so like coding and all such kind of things, that thing is your skill. Like if you are a beautician or like any other person, every person is having the different skill set. So if you want to look into your career area as well, please look directly into the fifth house. Look at the planets that are posited in the fifth house and work according to that planets in your life, because that planets are going to tell you your own skill set which you are going to develop after your marriage. And your spouse or life partner is going to help you in developing all that kind of a skills as well. Apart from this Rahu and Ketu axis in the 5th and 11th house, you are a very, very fortunate person. Because after marriage, if Rahu and Ketu axis, if it is posited in the 5th and 11th house, incoming gains are surely going to be present in your life. Although the mental satisfaction, it is going to be a bit critical in your life, but money wise, wealth wise, you are going to be very, very fortunate. Suppose you are an average individual, like your lifestyle is very below average and you are living a very mundane life right now. But as soon as you get married, your Rahu or Ketu is posited in the 5th house, so you are going to attract sudden prosperity in your life. Because any kind of a malefic planets, even if Saturn is posited in the 5th house, Mars is posited in the 5th house, Sun is posited in the 5th house, so these are the wonderful placements for the malefic planets. I don't say auspicious planets don't perform much in the 5th house, but especially the malefic planets, that plays a vital role if they are posited in your 5th house. Also 5th house, it is the 11th house of your 7th house. That is the incoming gains of your wife or of your husband. So it is the kind of incoming gains which you are going to receive through your life partner. That is why I told you, malefic planets does very well in this house, especially Rahu and Ketu, because they are going to help your spouse or your life partner in such a way, like suppose like you are getting married to some person, but that person is not working, have no interest into working field or earning money. But as soon as that person is going to come in contact with you, you are both getting married, it means the 5th house Rahu or Ketu, it is going to give some kind of affliction in their chart as well. Then they will think about earning more and more money. How can I contribute into the career and the professional working area? So that thing is going to be very, very auspicious. Apart from this 5th house, it is the house of advancement. Suppose like you have your own child with you, like you are having like one single children, two children. They are going to school. So they are learning something new. Because 5th house, it is the house of your skills. So skills only come after putting a lot of hard work, or if you are having some kind of natural abilities that are present inside you. So 5th house of your D9 chart, it also shows the skills that are present in your children as well. Especially if the Saturn, Mars or the malefic planets are posited in the 5th house, it shows your upbringing is going to be very, very technical person, very tech savvy kind of a personality. And even I have seen lot of personalities who are having malefics in the 5th house, they do extremely well, marvelous in the field of the IT profession, artificial intelligence, robotics and machine learning and all such kind of activities as well. Because if 5th house is very, very strong, it means you have to run according to the growing 21st century. If some new advancement is coming, you must have to adopt that thing by hook or by crook. So that is the main significance related to the 5th house of the chart as well. Apart from this, more the planets, if suppose 2 to 3 planets are posited in the 5th house, it means the more earning potential is going to be present after marriage, especially because more planets is going to signifies multiple sources of income after your marriage as well, and your childbirth is going to contribute a lot in that area of your life. And suppose if malefic planets, they are controlling your fifth house, or like they are posited anywhere in the chart, still you are going to receive the support from that planet in the fifth house as well. Now if I talk about regarding the benefic planets, especially Mercury, Jupiter, Venus and Moon, see, usually whenever these planets, they are posited in the fifth house, although they are going to give you very strong foundation in the marriage and married life as well, but usually at the time of upbringing or raising a child, it become a challenge in front of you, and that is the major reason behind sufferings as well, because sufferings related to the childbirth. At the upbringing of the child, you have to raise a kid, feed themselves, do that kind of a thing, school education, this thing, finances and looking, all such kind of a things. So benefic planets act as a very hectic kind of a way, because in the D9 chart, benefic planets want to sit in the Kendras, that quadrant houses, that is the comfort zone of your complete life. But if you put your benefic planets outside that comfort zone, it means the life pattern is going to be a very critical task, or it is going to be a very tough task in your life. And I have already seen these kind of a things, especially like your career is going to suffer a lot at the time of your childbirth with the positive planets. But with the malefic planets, the person have to put 24 hours a day in order to sustain their job, career, or their working or that professional life as well. Apart from this fifth house, it is the house of your Sahanshilta. Sahanshilta means the kind of patience that you are having inside you. So the kind of level of patience which is present inside you, that thing is purely seen from the fifth house. So if the fifth house in your chart and in your wife chart, or in your husband chart, or in your life partner chart, if both the fifth houses, if they are like posited with the malefic houses, it means the level of patience is not going to be present over there. So like you are the kind of couple who is very impatient, always look for the future. Oh my goodness, what is going to happen after 1 year, 2 year or 5 year, how we are going to live with our family, we have to buy our own house, so we have to shift to this location, we have a kids to raise, how can we afford their expenses and all such kind of things. Because malefic planets, it is going to make you very impatient, especially in raising up the family or raising up the kids. But if the benefic planets are posited over there, they will always find the comfort zone. Like, oh my goodness, nothing to worry about, everything is going to be fine in their life as well. Like we don't have to worry much about our children and this kind of things. But whenever they face that kind of a real situations, that practical situations, then they are going to face lot of difficulties in your life. So that is why it is very important in the compatibility analysis as well, especially when you go to any astrologer, like at the time of your horoscope matchmaking. First of all, we have to do the Guna Milan, moon to moon analysis, then we have to look the sexual compatibility, Mangal Dosh analysis, apart from this all the Jupiter to Jupiter analysis. After that, we must have to look into the D9 chart as well, because that is the foundation, that is the crux of the planets. That is why I told you zodiac sign placement plays a vital role rather than the house placement. If the exalted planets are posited in the fifth house, very good, marvelous, I will tell you. If the planet in its own sign, if it is posited in the 5th and the 11th house axis, that is also going to be an excellent thing. But if some debilitated planet is situated over there, not in the like planets in the animical sign, then it is a very restricted kind of a marriage. It is a major, I will not say sufferings, but the hardships are going to be more and more at the time of childbirth and after that kind of things. Apart from this fifth house, it is the gains of your fourth house. So the fourth house, it is the house of your homeland, your happiness of the life as well, comforts, conveniences. And it is the, like as I told you, in the Navamsa chart, fourth house, it is the house of your health perspective as well. So fourth house, it is the, if we count 2 places away, that is the fifth house. So gains of all such kind of things, that thing is also seen from the fifth house. So it also means if the fifth house is very strong, it means there are highly likely chances that disease and all such kind of issues, health related issues, are also going to be present more in your life. So you may have to be very, very self-cautious during taking the kind of food which you are going to intake in your life as well. So that is also going to be very, very beneficial for you. And at the time of horoscope matchmaking, must look into the fifth house of both the charts. If you are having malefic planets, then go with the positive planet. Then you are going to receive the very good compatibility. But if you are having also malefic planet, your spouse is also having malefic planets, it is going to be a very critical thing. And if you are already married, if you are having this kind of a placement, you will easily understand what I'm trying to say. Because D9 chart is not only we cannot read D9 chart solely without looking into your D1 chart. So firstly, you must have to look into your D1 chart. What are the kind of planetary placements over there? Also look fifth house lord in the D1 chart and look where it is positioned in your D9 chart. That thing is also going to determine the much clear picture in front of you. If the fifth house lord, it is positioned in the fifth house in the D9 chart in its own sign. Suppose you are a Libra ascendant, fifth house lord is like Aquarius, so fifth house lord, it is Saturn. Saturn is positioned in the fifth house. Must look Saturn's placement in the D9 chart. If it is positioned in its own sign, exalted, debilitated, or what are the circumstances that is going to happen over there. Because if you hit the fifth house lord dasha in your life, whether from the D1 chart or whether from the D9 chart, and I'm talking about the Vimshotri dasha. If you hit the Vimshotri dasha of the fifth house, it means your life is going to progress on a much rapid rate in your life. Suppose your life is not moving from past 10 years. You are completely feeling stuck somewhere, like my life is not moving, I'm completely constant. Wait until your fifth house lord dasha is going to come. Then it is going to create a lot of advancement as well. Because here spouse is also going to support you to your incoming gains as well. So that is the financial house. And in Jyotish Shastra, we consider fifth house as the Lakshmi Sthana. And we consider children as the biggest source of Lakshmi, biggest source of wealth as well. So that is why it is very, very important to analyze your fifth house in the D1 and D9 chart to get the accurate predictions. So that's it guys from my side in this video. I hope you like the analysis. If you have any queries and consultations, do let me know guys. I will respond you back within 48 hours after receiving your email. If you want any horoscope matchmaking, marriage consultation, timings of marriage, career consultation, spiritual consultation, do let me know. Till then, please subscribe my channel below. And also follow me on Instagram as well. And if you want to send me super thanks, do send me. And I will meet you very, very soon in the next video. Till then, bye-bye and take care.